Hi, my name is Juanita. I'm a dietitian and also a LEAP therapist. I'm here with Bev, and she has agreed to talk on video. The first question, Bev, is what hesitation did you have before you started the LEAP diet?
Um, Part of it for me was, will I be able to stick with it? That was one of the big ones. And I had an upcoming cruise coming up. I
Okay.
think when I was going to be in the middle of the plan, and I thought, oh, how am I going to get to go on a cruise and still stay on the plans?
Okay. So what did you discover about those hesitations as you were on the LEAP diet and when you went on your cruise?
Well, when I first started the plan, the first couple of weeks were a little more restrictive, but it's like I learned I felt like I had enough variety. I really didn't feel that deprived as I have on other plans. And then you're more involved with fruit. For me, I was more involved with food prep than I'd been used to doing.
Okay.
So you know exactly what's going to go into the food that you're going to be eating. And then by the time I'd been on the plan for a while, more things came into my scope for my menus and what I was allowed to have. And by the time I got to the cruise, it's like I didn't feel restricted at all. It's
Okay.
like I had plenty of choices once I got to the cruise sessions then.
Excellent. Okay. Because I always like to talk about
Yeah.
what the hesitations of a person
Mm-hmm.
is before
Mm-hmm.
you started the diet. Describe the symptoms that you were
Mm-hmm.
having before you started LEAP
Mm-hmm.
and what had you tried in the past to fix those issues?
Um, for me, I had a lot of joint pain, and I was very fatigued, and I it seemed like I had a lot of congestion and cold systems routinely. So joint pain, I did not feel well. It hurt. It hurt to walk. I didn't have a lot of stamina. If I were to go to the grocery store, I'd have to go home and sit and prop up my feet because they'd be swollen.
Okay.
And I wasn't, and it just hurt to do the things I needed to do and wanted to do.
Okay.
I'd been on some different plans in the past. I've been on Weight Watchers, and I tried the South Beach diet. I tried to do it on my own, and I maybe would make some progress for a while, but then weight would come back in every case for me.
Okay.
Weight would come back and even go beyond where I started.
Okay.
Some of the benefits from being on it is like very quickly. It's like I was checking my blood sugars every day because I'm a borderline. I take metformin right now, and my doctor's trying not to call me a diabetic, but she says, see what you can do. But I noticed my blood sugars dropped very quickly on
Okay.
this plan. And I was taking my blood pressure also, and I thought, wow, it's like I might be able to come off of this blood pressure medicine too because my blood pressure lowered while I was on the I was still on my medication, but it really lowered to a point where I thought, I think I might need to talk to my doctor about coming off of this medication.
Okay.
So those were some of the benefits too, and that felt good.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
What were your blood sugar numbers before you went on LEAP, and then what were your blood sugar numbers?
After?
Right.
Okay. Before I went on LEAP, it was pretty common for me to check my blood sugars in the morning, fasting, first thing in the morning around 136, 138. And then after just being on the LEAP plan for a couple of weeks, uh, down to the teens. And then I checked it just recently, like around 100, 101 for me. So
Wow.
that was a significant drop for me to see that.
Okay.
And it was motivating to see it too.
Right. What are some things that you can do now that you
Mm.
were not able to do before?
Oh, I just recently got back from a trip to Chicago, and it's a conference I go to every year. Last year, before I went on the LEAP plan, it's like I was really counting my steps. It was in a big convention center. There was a lot of walking. I didn't want to go out. I was taking a cab every 10 feet to get where I wanted to go because it hurt to walk. It hurt to walk. But it's like, okay, this last time I took the train from O'Hare Airport to the hotel downtown. It was a 6 block walk with my luggage to get to the hotel, going up and down inclines. And I thought, after I got to the hotel, I thought, this is really great. Last year, I could not have done this.
Mm-hmm.
I could not have done this. So I had a lot more stamina. I walked. I walked a lot. I got a lot more out of the conference. Or even now, I notice at work, usually between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock, I would normally Before the plan, I would go into a slump and I feel like I need a candy or chocolate or something. But I'm not having those slumps as much anymore. And
Excellent.
I've got a lot more energy when I go home. So those are benefits that I've had
Right.
since being on the plan.
So you're doing things at night now
Oh
instead of
yeah.
just crashing.
Or falling asleep in my chair by 7:30.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. So what would you tell somebody else who was considering this plan, the LEAP diet?
I would consider it an investment. It's like, yeah, you have to pay some money for it, but it's it's worth the investment to be able to feel better, or just like, okay, you do inventories of how you are before you start the plan and how you are when you're completed with it. My inventory was so much better at the end, and you just know within your you get more in tune with your body. Um, the benefits of feeling better, being able to do more, having a better quality of life, um, those are pretty precious things to have. So
Excellent.
that's what I've got now, and I've got more work to do, but it's like I've got good tools in my toolbox to get me there.
Excellent.